Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ Online Video Tutorials. Now my conversation is with students of Sainik School Bijapur. Now here I am with a new chapter of class 8th. Very simple chapter. Many of the contents of that chapter you must have gone through in your previous classes. But before we go to that chapter, I thought, let me come on screen and tell you few suggestions, my opinions regarding how to watch online video tutorials. Dear children, you must be watching in the vacation so many videos, must have played computer games, right? Must have seen some action movies in various languages. All those films or movies or so-called videos are entertaining because they have got an action, they have got some emotions played there, and every one of us likes to see, and no wonder that we don't realize how the time passes. Now this what I am speaking is about online video tutorial classes. Someone is standing in front of you and pouring so much of information to your head, to your brain, right? Now here what is required is, suppose if I am learning something and I am watching a online video tutorial, let's say I want to learn coding, computer programming, and then I am following some video tutorial. Some experts have come on the screen, and 20 minutes of video, I can't simply put it on and watch all completely 20 minutes. At the end of the video, I'll not understand anything. Now that is the problem. Many of us, we do that. I have experience of I wanted to learn something, but I couldn't because I have seen the video many times, but I couldn't apply it. So that is why few of my opinions, few of my suggestions you have to consider, because one day we all have to face a written exam on the syllabus. Now when there is a online tutorial on a particular chapter and every video is giving out so much of information to you, now focusing, concentrating on those videos continuously for 20 minutes is very difficult. Now how to fix this problem? Right. What I felt that before I switch on my either tablet or a smartphone or a computer and start with the online video, I have to prepare myself that I am going to learn this chapter today. Point number 1. Now you put yourself that you are in the class. So when you are in the class, you should have a notebook, you should have a pen, pencil, compass box, everything in front of you. Now our brain cannot focus more than 2 minutes, 3 minutes continuously. Everyone will have a problem, except very few. So what we have to do is take a pause, stop after 2 minutes. Write down the contents, what you have learned. You're getting it? Write down the contents, what is understood. Otherwise, go back again and play. Your 20 minutes video should take around 40 to 50 minutes to watch. At the end of the video, you should write the complete important points, notes, and then the conclusion, what you have understood. Put the date on that notebook. Write the title of your notes. Go through it every now and then. If not understood, play again the video, because videos are there in the YouTube. Refer other videos. Make use of internet. This is what I wanted to tell. Right? I hope that you will follow my suggestions. Okay, with this we are here to start a new chapter, a force and pressure. Right? Force. We all have heard this. How many times? You must have even by hearted memorized the definition of that, I know. Right? But it's better to recall again and try to relate the definition and the characteristics, the effects of force to the day-to-day life. When we relate to the day-to-day life, then we understand more. And when we understand more, we express more, we can apply more to the different situations, right? So are you with me? Okay. Now we'll take a few examples of your own school, right? You participate in many of the activities. From morning to evening, you move around here. You play, you jump, long jump, high jump, marching, horse riding, swimming, right? So many activities in this school. You play basketball. Now look around all these images or video clips which I am going to show you now. I have shown you now already. Every action of ours, we have got something common. During a play, let's say jumping, pulling rope, playing basketball, football, anything, swimming. Certain things are very common, and those common things are, can you tell me? Somewhere we are pushing it or pulling it. Right? When you walk, we push. And where do you push? We push on the ground. Right? When you are putting a basket, in basketball match, you are pushing again. You are playing a cricket, you are again pushing. When you are playing a football, you are pushing. And there are many other occasions where you are pulling too. Rope climbing, you are pulling. Right? So our action throughout the day comprises a pull or push. Now you have to tell me, what is that pull or push called? I know you all have on your tip of your tongue. Yes, it is called force. So simple definition of force is either pull or push. Say again with me. Force is pull or push. This definition you have already learned, right? Now what does force do? Again you will tell me it will push or pull. Right. We'll go in detail. Let's say an object is at rest. What do you mean by object at rest? Object is not moving. It is still on the table, let's say. And then you want this to move. So you have to apply force. Right? You have to apply force either any direction. You have to apply force, and when you apply force, the object moves, and the entire object changes its position, right? That means force changes the position of the object, right? Force changes the position of the object. If the object is at A, you can apply force on that, it changes its position to B. Or it is better to say, a force tends to change the position of the object. Sometimes if the object is very strong, heavy, so a little bit of force may not change the position, but it will tend to change, it will try to change the position. There is a force, right? Suppose a object is already moving, and then on that moving object you are applying a force again in the same direction. What will happen? The speed of the force will increase, it accelerates. You know acceleration, right? In a vehicle we have an accelerator. It accelerates, it increases in its speed. So force applied on a moving body sometimes increases in its speed. And can it reduces its speed? You must be thinking, yes, it can even reduces its speed. It can even make it to stop. And how? When we apply it on opposite direction. Now we have learned two things. First one is, force can change the position of the object, tends to change the position of the object, right? And force changes the speed of the object. It changes the speed. Either it can increase or decrease. Now second thing, suppose if you apply force on a moving object, so that object will turn in its direction and goes to a different direction, then the moving object is going in different direction because of your push. And so what to conclude? Force can even change the direction of the moving body, right? And next one is, a force can even change the shape of the moving body. You can press on any soft material and all of us know that it changes the shape. So in a broader terms, we can say that force changes the motion of the object, which includes speed and direction. Force changes the position of the object, can change, right? Force can make things to stop or make the object to move. Force can change the shape of the object. So these are the effects of force, right? Now, since we are talking on force, there are different types of forces that you must have seen, right? In the class, two magnets, when you keep closer, either they attract or repel. Now attract you can consider as a push, and repulsion you can think of pull, or in both way, whichever you can. There is something push or pull in that. So since the force is there between the magnet, and that force is called by the name magnetic force, right? The next one. This you must have played many times here in the school as well as in your house. You can rub your scale, plastic scale, and then bring it near to the piece of paper. You will find they are attracted. Right? Paper will move towards the plastic. That means again there is an attraction. There is a pull. As we already understood, pull or push is a force. But we have to name this force now. So remember, this force is called electrostatic force. We will see in detail this electrostatic force, right? So likewise, we have many other type of forces. One more force I can tell you. An object falls down. What is that force called? Gravitational force. So who discovered gravitational force? Right? Isaac Newton. Right? He has done more of work on related to force. Thank you again. In the next video, we will see how a force is measured, in what unit it is expressed. And before we conclude this video, we'll recall we have studied what is force here. A force is pull or push. Then we have seen what are the effects of force. Force will change its motion. It can change the speed of the object. Change of speed, maybe it reduces the speed as well as increases the speed. It changes the position of the object. It changes the direction of a moving body. Then what else? It can make the moving body to stop. It can change the shape of the body. Right? This is our, today's lesson. So as I said earlier, what you have to do? So what I said earlier, when you are watching this video, you have to pause it and then write down. At the end of this video, I think you should complete a page of notes. Right? And what you have to do with that beautiful note which you have written. Because every time you try to write, you are bringing back your mind again to the video. It is required. Because when you are writing, when you want to write something, you have to listen there. So you are bringing your mind back to your video. It's one way of exercise to continuously concentrate on your video. Right? That will help you. And at the end, you can summarize the entire video. Thank you. Be strong, be healthy, and we'll meet when the school starts with more of experiments. Right? Thank you very much.